90 seconds. First, just to inform you of what our muscles do in our body. So muscles help us maintain our posture and keep our balance. It helps actually slow our movements down. So it's our braking system. So let's say you do trip or you make a misstep or you go off balance, your muscles are what actually stop you from falling or injuring yourself, maybe worse than you would have if you didn't have muscle integrity. Muscle is also a source of heat, and it's starting to get cold here. And so the less muscle we have, the colder we're going to be, particularly in our limbs. Muscles help with circulation. It is something called the venous pump that works in our lower leg that pumps the blood back up to our heart. So muscle mass supports our heart and our cardiovascular system. Muscle also helps decrease bone loss. So when muscles contract, they press on the bone. And when bone has pressure or force, it starts improving its integrity. So like, you know, if we don't use it, we're going to lose it. Same thing, whether we have muscle or bone, all the tissue is the same. It responds to force. So we're adding force. And I'm telling you, even just 2 pounds in each hand is going to add a lot of force through the body, because we're going to be taking it away from our midline. The other thing that muscles do in our body is it supports our cardiovascular system and our heart and allows us to breathe deeply. And of course, there's many other things. Oh, one other thing, it helps improve our metabolism. So it increases our metabolism. So it helps us to keep the weight off. And so muscle mass and weight gain are the two things that start lurking around the corner once we get over 40 or 50. Let's bring our hands in front of our hearts. And as we step outside of our physical body and look more at ourselves holistically, we recognize our taking care of ourselves is also a way of taking care of other people. Less burden on other people when we take care of ourselves. This is a type of loving kindness that we share and show others. One Om together, breathing in. Om. All right, so let's take our knees to our chest. Have your yoga strap handy. We're going to do a quick opening of the hips so that we can start with some releasing of tension. One thing I love about yoga is helping you release tension, and then when you're building strength, you don't build tension on tension. You have nice receptive muscles and joints for greater activation. Let's take our yoga strap and take it on the ball of the left foot. And we're going to do 30 seconds at each location. So we have hamstring stretch, leg up. Hi, welcome. And just check in and see. I did some band work yesterday. I'm really feeling it in my hamstring. So it's good to see what the results is of your practices that you did yesterday. Okay, let's bring the leg out to the side. Now, I just put up 2 videos on YouTube. One I shared in a newsletter this morning. So if you haven't looked at your inbox, congratulations. I think we should get sort of a gold star for not looking at our inbox until late morning, but some of us have to. So if you saw the newsletter, there's an awesome short video on how to use, let's bring the leg up and over, position 3, of some creative ways that we're using weights, one of which we'll do today. Okay, let's bring the leg back to center and change sides. Bring on the leg, take the strap to the ball of the foot, stretch it up, Supta Padangusthasana, 1. Deep breath, even just seeing the way the muscles work when you breathe. This is a great head nod to keeping your muscle mass. Leg to the side. So your diaphragm is a core muscle. And when you're using it, you should feel the side lower ribs go out. The diaphragm is also a second pump. So when we breathe deeply, we're like using dumbbells on our diaphragm. Okay, leg across the midline. Flexing the foot, spreading the toes, rolling the shoulders back, taking a deep breath. Relaxing the jaw and the face. When we use our weights, you really want to check for other muscles engaging that are not needed, like jaw, face. Sometimes sometimes our shoulders hike up, things like that. Okay, bring the leg back, give the knees a hug. Now let's initiate some work in the core that's going to help stabilize us from the center. Bring a block between the knees, bring the arms out to a T position. Press the palms down, exhale to your left, halfway. Inhale up, exhale to the right, halfway. And go side to side, engaging the core, side waist, front core, back core. That's why I really love this one. All the different ways. Pressing the arms down, pressing the head down, shoulders anchoring, legs moving. Okay, 2 more each side. I was so excited about this class. I popped out of bed early and I couldn't wait to get here. Maybe you didn't feel the same. Maybe you did. All right, come on back. Let's take the block out, give the knees a hug. And now we're going to do a little bit of stretching and then we're going to add the weights. So let's take the feet to the floor, grab your yoga strap again. You're going to bring your arms in a V position. So spread your hands way wider than the shoulders and form a V, holding the strap between the hands. Plug the arm bones in and bring the arms up overhead and back down, touch the thighs. Arms up overhead, hands back, touch the thighs. Now, if this is easy, walk the hands closer together, back and forth. Now, this is a form of resistance work. If you pull the strap between your hands, I bet you can feel more work happening the more actively you pull the hands apart and stretch the strap really taut. Going back and forth, bringing in some circulation into the shoulder joint. We're doing this without weights first because I want you to check for any pain or impingement in your shoulder and modify as you need to. Good, bring the strap overhead, hold it overhead and hover it over the floor. Draw your belly in and get your low back to get close to the floor. So this is called an ab brace. And then press your arms away from your head and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now release the strap and grab your weights. So this is, you're gonna challenge you a little bit more. Take weights in each hand, face your palms face forward, or towards each other, I should say. Now you're gonna bring right arm overhead, touch, or get close to the floor and bring it back to starting position. Left arm, overhead, back to starting position. Right arm, keep the arm straight, don't bend it. So you don't have to go all the way overhead. You can go to 120. Remember to anchor the core and keep your ab brace. All right, now this is gonna get a little bit harder. Take your block now, place it between your knees, and we're gonna make sure that your ab brace is working while we're doing the arm work. So block between the knees, pick up your feet, bring your legs at a 90-degree angle, then brace your core, navel down, flatten the low back close to the floor. Bring the weights back up to that same position you were in before. This is a form of dead bug. Right arm overhead. back to starting position or by the knees. Left arm overhead, back by the knees. Right arm, left arm. Do you feel the triceps working? Do you feel the armpit muscles working? You can tap the weights gently on the knee, but keep the lower body completely still and brace. Nice, Gabriella. Good, you guys. Nice, Jennifer. Nice, Lauren. Flex those feet. There you go. More active here. Okay, let's take the feet down for a minute and just relax the weights. Keep the block between the knees. We're going to go back up. I just want to give your body a chance to recover briefly, and I bet you're going to be able to do a lot more. Okay, belly in, pick up those feet, bring the arms back up. Second movement is going to be an out or lateral movement out to the side. Make sure you have your core brace. You can always do this with the feet on the floor. That's easier. Bring your arms out wide and back together. Out wide and back together. Keep your shoulders, that looks good, you guys. Keep your shoulders pressing into the floor. Keep your low back pressing into the floor or close to the floor. Hold it out for a second or two and then bring it back in. So if you want more work, you hold it in the out position and you brace and you bring it back to touch. We're going for 10 to 15, so we've got a couple more here. That's 4 and 3. Keep that ab brace. That's the hard thing. 2. Last one, guys. And 1. I'm already getting flush here. Let's bring butterfly. Put that block on your belly. Put the weights to the side. Shake out your hands. And then just let yourself rest in butterfly position and do some diaphragmatic breathing where you push the belly into the block. And then soften the belly away from the block. Tune into your heart pumping, that cardiovascular function, just improving circulation to your limbs, your body starting to warm up, the muscles starting to activate and get stronger, body becoming more integrated, connected, and fluid. Roll your head to the right. Make sure you're not building up tension in your neck to the left, right, and left. Open and close your mouth. Make sure you're not building tension in your jaw. Stick the tongue out. 3 times. Breathe in. Collie tongue out. Get that stale air out of there. Inhale and out and back. Okay, awesome. Grab your 360 bands. Keep your weights handy. We're not going to use them right this moment. Put that 360 band above the knees. We're going to do a couple variations of bridge pose. And then make sure that you take the blanket out from under the head if you've got that. Head on the mat. Walk your feet outer hip distance apart. Bring your knees wide as well to feel the resistance of the band. And then arms in robot. And you're going to pulse the hips up and down. No weights yet. We're going to add the weights in a minute. But just get the bridge position so that you know both buttocks are working. Hips are going up and down in a level position. For more work, widen your feet, widen your knees. That's going to put a lot more force of pressure on the resistance band. That's why I love the resistance bands. There's lots of levels, even just with one band. The more it stretches, the more force that's being placed on the bones. And so the greater chance of building bone mass, muscle mass. I know for myself, I don't want to become Hulk. I don't want to become like this, have giant muscles. I just want to be toned. I want the muscles to be lean muscle mass. So these repetitions with low weights are the way to achieve that. Okay, come back down, cross your right foot over your left knee. Just keep the band on and you're just going to hug the knees and do a figure 4 stretch. Now I have a figure 4 stretch, which takes a little pressure in the resistance band, but you can modify that to an eagle leg stretch with the legs crossed. Change to the other side. Check the jaw, the facial muscles, the neck, the shoulders. Twirl the feet a couple times. All right, let's bring the feet back down. Adjust the band so that it's just above the knees again, and grab your weights. Walk the feet wide, walk the knees wide. You're gonna press the knees out in that band. You're gonna press the arms up towards the ceiling, and then you're gonna go down, elbows to the floor. So keep just the constant pressure of the legs out in the band, and your arms are just gonna simply go up and down, up and down. Now lift the hips to a low bridge and keep the up and down movement. This should be pretty easy, relatively easy, right? So in order to make it a little harder, you're gonna press the arms up, keep the hips up, bring the arms slightly overhead, bring the arms back above the chest, and then bring the elbows down. Two-part movement. Arms stretch straight, arms slightly overhead, arms back and down. Go at your own pace. Now I'm keeping myself at a half bridge, just so I can keep the lower body working. And this is much harder than what we did before, because you have to figure out how to engage the core while you're in bridge, because that supports the arm movements and the added weight of the dumbbells. Squeeze the buttocks. Press down on your feet. Feet should be straight. When you add weights, your alignment matters even more, because you're putting more force through the body. You want to make sure that you're aligned. 3 more. Keep the breath fluid. Keep trying to slow the breath down. Last one. And back. All right, lower the hips, let the knees tap together, let the weights release to your side, shake out your hands. Hands to your belly now for 5 recovery breaths. Breathe in diaphragmatically. Slowly out. Breathe in. It's amazing how some weights add cardiovascular component to this practice. Okay, roll to your side, left side. Come up onto your elbow and just prop up your head, or let your head tilt. And we're gonna do some clams. So open up the knees, keep the feet together. Make sure that your heels are aligned with your sit bones. Yeah, Jennifer, bring your knees more forward towards the wall, exactly. And open, knees should be at a 90-degree angle. So check your knees that it's 90-degree angle, not more or less. That's usually the best place, but keep the hips stacked on top of each other. Oh yeah, traditional clams. Tone the belly. So notice if the belly's working or not. Okay, now for a little dynamic, more dynamic movement, we're gonna bring the knee in towards the chest, then stretch it out straight, and then lift it up, and then back down. Pull it in towards the chest, stretch it out straight, make sure it's straight, not forward towards the knee. You got it straight out along the mat, and then up, down, in, out, up, down. Nice, yeah, you got it. In, out, up, down. So this is a yoga pose. I look around the PT clinic and all I see are yoga poses. I might be a little biased, but we have chair poses, right, which are squats. We have Anantasana, which is this pose here. Side leg lifts, abduction. Get the fluidity going. Nice, you guys. And 2 more. Perfect. Last one. I feel us all getting stronger together. Some reason I feel like I'm getting even stronger when you guys are here. So thanks for being here. All right, roll to the other side. We're gonna do our clams. Clams first for 10 to 12. Open up and down, up and down, up and down. Tone that belly. Yes. We're gonna be the best shape yogis. Seriously. Up down. 2 more. Okay, now give it a rest, take a breath, and we'll do that dynamic movement. Knees going in, legs going out, flex that foot, legs going up, and then legs going down. In, out, up, down. Nice. In, out, up, down. In, out, up, down. Go at your own pace if you want here. We've got 5 more. Yes, legs should be straight. When you stretch that leg straight, it should be straight, straight, straight. That really forces the glute minimus and medius to work harder when the leg is straight. No help for those hamstrings and glutes, outer hip, leg muscles. 2 more. Nice. Some of you guys are getting some good height on that leg. Last one. Perfect. Okay, roll onto your back. Take the stretchy band off, put it aside, and we're going to go into windshield wipers with the feet wide. Go at your own pace. Feet wide, knees staggered, side to side. I'm not going all the way down. I'm just doing a little staggered twist here, getting some movement, fluidity, energy through the hip joints. I'm going to be going over more of this weekend in the workshop, the hip and knee workshop, where we're talking about aligning the hip and knee. In the newsletter I sent this morning, I talk about this alignment in the body and where the hip should actually line up in your skeletal body, and what misalignments we actually, a lot of us have that we don't even know, that's putting undue stress on our lower back, on our knees, hips, neck, all of that. Keep going with the fluidity movement, or you can keep the staggered twist and hold it to one side. Bring the right arm overhead if your knees are to the left, and stretch. Deep diaphragmatic breathing here. All right, let's go to the other side. Static stretch here. Knees to the right, left arm overhead. Now, one area that can be a little harder to strengthen, which is why we use often blocks between the thighs, is the adductors, the inner thigh, but it greatly improves and helps control of the inner knee. You're going to come on up. Let's lie on our right side. Prop your head up. And one way to get to that muscle is basically to take the top foot, stretch the bottom leg out, and lift it up. So bottom leg lifts, not top leg lifts. Bottom leg. Yeah. Now I'm just holding on to the ankle, that top ankle, but find a way to, nice, make this work for your body. Can you feel that inner thigh contracting? Flex the foot so you really get a nice strong leg line there. Perfect. Yeah. Never thought of toning your inner leg. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everybody. Roll to the other side. Bring that top leg up and over. Straighten that bottom leg. Keep it strong and straight. Flex the foot and go up. And up. And up. Up. Deep breath. It's nice we had a little hip opening before doing this. That top leg. Knees going straight up to the ceiling if you can for the top leg. I got the ball of the foot on the floor. I got my heel up. See what works. And 3, and 2, and 1. Cool. Let's come on to our belly here. Push back to puppy pose. Get a nice stretch for your lower back. Side body. Hips. Come forward and up to down dog. Breathe in. Spread your fingers. You should really feel the pillars of your arms now. You've done, go ahead and face forward, everybody. You've done a lot of weight work. So can you feel how strong the arms are already getting just with that little bit of weight work that we did? Should feel those triceps, should feel those underarm muscles, lats into the delts, the upper outer shoulders. With stronger arms, you can stay up longer, and you can also do more variation with the legs. So bring the feet close together, reach the right leg up, and pull that knee into the chest and out and in. Grip the finger pads down. Here, your hands and arms are acting as a brace or brakes. And that's one thing I was telling you about the muscles, that they help you to brace or brake movement. Second side, left leg up. You can do this in table position. You don't have to do this in down dog. Now I'm keeping the hips pressed back. I'm not letting the hips move forward at all. And my arms are helping to push the hips back and keep them back while my leg is moving. So I can feel the shoulder muscles really bracing against the movement of the leg. So what we're going for here, last one. Come forward into plank. Hold your plank for 10. Nice strong pillars of arms. Pull the navel in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking good, guys. Lower down to your belly. Come all the way up to a little baby cobra. Stretch the belly. Stretch your toes. Exhale, coming down. Push back. Downward facing dog. Okay, come down to your knees, grab your weights again. And if you need a little padding for your knee, you're gonna grab your blanket. Now I'm gonna hold onto my weights. My fingers are gonna go underneath. I'm gonna extend out my right leg level of hips and bring the left arm up. If it's easier for you to balance with your whole palm on the floor, then just have the weight in the left hand. Hold it here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, second side. So palm can go on the floor or hold the weight. Right hand has the weight, belly in, bird dog for 10 seconds. You don't have to use the weights here. You can keep them to the side. Good. Lower down. Now we're going to do plank with the weights. So I'm going to lift the knees up, or you can keep the knees down. I'm going to lift the weight and pull it up and down. Left arm, up and down, and up and down, and up and down. One more each side. Up, down, up, and down. Come on down to your knees. Put the weights aside. Thread the needle, right arm through. If you want to extend that leg back. So if right arm's through, left leg goes back. Rolling, stretching your shoulder here. Turning, twisting, upper spine. Slow down the breath. Breathing through the nose, breath training through the nose. Okay, let's change sides. And coming up. Okay, let's take downward dog. From here, step your right leg through for low lunge. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Hello, lunge. Got your blanket there. Go ahead and take that lunge forward. Good. Just a simple lunge. You want to add a chest stretch, shoulder stretch. Clasp your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Should feel good after that weight work. Slowly coming out. Transition through down dog or hands and knees. Switch to the other side. Start with the arms up in your lunge. I like that. At home, I'm seeing people peeling off their clothing, got the tank top going. That means you're getting warmed up fast. So I like to see. All right, clasp your hands behind, lift chest, roll it, lunge. And move your head around, stretch your neck a little. Come on out, down dog. You can go through a traditional vinyasa if you wish, plank, up dog or cobra. Oh yeah, feel those arms already, down dog. Bend one knee in your down dog, stretch that opposite heel to the floor. Bend the other side and stretch the calf. You can roll over onto the top of the foot, stretch the top of the foot, almost like a ballerina stretches her foot for toe shoes. Do the other side. We're going to be coming up to do some standing work, so we want to get the feet ready. Calves ready, ankles ready. Now let's take a walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands in front of the heart. Okay, let's go into sun salutation. Stretch your arms up. Take a break anytime. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, plank pose. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up dog or cobra. Level 1, please do cobra. Down dog. Breathe in. Strong, steady arms. You should really feel those triceps lifting your upper arm bones away from the floor. Slow breathing. Ujjayi breath. One more breath here. Walk slowly to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Hands in front of the heart. Pause one breath, center yourself. Inhale, stretch up. Slow breaths, exhale, fold. Firm legs. Inhale, flat back, plank pose. Hold for 10 or 5. Grip the floor with the finger pads. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. 5 breaths here. In. Slowly out. In. Slowly out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. When you're ready, walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Hands in front of the heart. All right, guys, grab your weights. We're gonna do a little more here, standing. Step your feet in a wide stance. Face the mirrors if you're here. Turn your toes out. So you're going into horse stance, goddess stance, having your weights in your hands. We're gonna start with the arms in this W shape, and we're gonna go up with the right and back down. Up with the left and back down. One arm at a time, reach. Now when you can reach and then you can press that extra inch. It's important to press that extra inch, press up. Because those muscles are different muscles than just do the press. So serratus anterior does the pushing action, that little extra push at the top. So that's why I want you to do one at a time, little push. Now we're gonna add a slight side bend. So everybody, right arm goes up, and slightly over. Bring it back down to that W. Left arm up, and then use your core to go over, back to center and down. You do it a little more fluidly now, over, back. Feel the side core working just because you've added weight to the hands. Nice. And also, of course, legs are working, but we won't talk about that. Side to side. You guys are doing awesome for the first weight class. Really, really good. One more each side. Slow down the movement so you can feel the braking system of your muscles. That's how we work harder here. Okay, parallel your feet, fold forward, let go of your weights here, release your head and your neck, let your head turn right and left, nod up and down, and tick-tock, right and left. Glad I ate some protein this morning. As I was doing some more research here on how to keep our lean muscle mass high as we get older, the topic of eating protein came up and how they say how important it is to eat protein in the morning, at lunch, and at night. As we get older, our body gets anabolic resistance of synthesizing protein, so it does not synthesize protein very well as we get older. So to keep our body the ability to synthesize protein, better to have a little bit of protein at each meal and have some highly digestible, assimilating protein, things that you digest well, in other words. All right, let's go ahead and come on up. We're gonna go back into that horse stance. If you want, grab the weights. If you feel like you wanna take a little break from the weights, then you don't need to do this second round with weights. Go back into the horse stance, bring your arms into this cactus position. And from here, we're gonna go up and face the weights towards each other, and then back to cactus, face the palms out. Face the palms towards each other on the up, and face the palms forward on the down. Nice, we're looking strong. Up, down, feel the braking system. Up and down, draw the shoulders down when you bring the elbows down. Up, shoulders should go up. Down, shoulders should go down. 10 more. That's 9. That's 8. 7. Oh my gosh. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay, parallel the feet, fold forward again. Release your head. Deep breath. Turn the feet into a V, side lunge to the left. Keep your hips up for a moment. Don't go all the way down. Just side lunge, bending that knee. And then let's go to the other side. Let's stretch the inner thighs a little more. One more time each side. Looks good, you guys. And other side. Back to center. Feet parallel. Inhale, come all the way up and bring the legs together. Okay, let's do a warrior 1. And whether you want to use weights or not, I'm going to use the weights. You're going to step your right leg back. So this is going to be traditional warrior 1. We're going to keep the foot angled and the heel on the floor. This is going to give us more stability. So when we use our weights, it'll be more stable. So bend into your front knee, get a nice strong chest to the center, forward towards this front edge of your mat. You're going to take both weights up. You're going to bring them down, tap the elbows to the side body, stretch them up, tap the dumbbells together if that works for you, and down. So these are easy snow angels. Harder ones are straight arms, which we'll keep for later. Up and down. Now swing the arms back in like this, bow forward, and you're going to do pressing triceps back and back. Keep the shoulders down, keep the belly up. Nice. And back. Going for 10. 5 more. 4. 3. 2, and 1. Good, step it forward. Second side. Bring the arms down in this W. Make sure you have a nice long stance. Stack that front knee over your front heel. Go up, tap, go down, tap elbows. Up, tap dumbbells, down, tap elbows. That's full range of motion. You can modify. Keep the back leg strong and straight. Good, all that yoga alignment you guys have been doing, it's all right there for you. Now you can add things and feel like you have a great foundation. 4 more. That's 3. And 2. And 1. Now lean forward. Stack that front knee right over the ankle and press back. And back. Back. Get that nice angle with your spine and your back leg at a diagonal. Keep that knee cap facing forward, not in or out. 5 more. Pin your shoulders back, pin your shoulders down while you're doing your tricep press. 2 and 1, step it forward. Good, keep your weights if you want. Tree pose, left leg coming up. If you're not great at balance, you may ditch your weights, you might use a wall. I'm gonna take the weights here by the shoulders with the elbows bent. I'm gonna stretch them slowly up, hold them up for 5 seconds. To make this balance harder, I'm gonna bend the elbows again back to starting position. Then I'm gonna press them back up slowly for 5 seconds. One more time. Back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Woo, that's a little harder. A little harder balance. Okay, second side. I'm gonna switch it up and call my bad side my good side because it's the best teacher. Bring the weights up, stretch it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap the elbows down, stretch it back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more, stretch it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, good job everyone. Let's take those out. We're gonna take the feet outer hip distance, clasp the hands behind you, do a nice juicy forward bend here. You can have your hands down on the floor or blocks as well, whatever feels best. Slowly let the arms trickle down to the floor, grab the elbows and hang. You can rock very softly, 2 inches to the right, 2 inches to the left if you want to. Get the spine to traction, you can bend your knees here. Deep in the breath. All right, one more leg stretch, hip stretch. We're gonna take the feet wider, turn the feet to a V, side lunge to the left. Kick up that heel for Russian dancer. A little deeper hip stretch. If you wanna add a side bend, you're gonna walk your hand towards your straight leg foot, reach up the opposite arm into a side bend. This is really challenging, so you can keep your hands on the floor if you need to for balance. Yeah, toes go up on that straight leg, yeah. Alrighty, come on back to center. Let's slither over to the other side, flip the toes up. If you want, add that side bend. Nice. We're going towards the straight leg foot, but you could go the other way. I like that. All right, come back to center. And come on back to standing all the way. Bring the legs together. All right, let's come on down. We're gonna go onto our belly and stretch the front of our chest shoulder. So I'm gonna take the right arm out to a T or less. So on the belly, right arm out to the side, slightly lower than a T. Dive that shoulder into the floor, do a little twist, open up the shoulder here. Rolling back to your belly. Second side, left arm slightly lower than a T, palm face down. Shoulder can go into the floor. You could have a blanket there. Use your right arm to stabilize yourself. Use your right leg to control the momentum of the twist. And back to center. Very good. Roll onto your back. Give your knees a hug. We're going to take the hands behind the back of the head. We're going to do some yoga bicycles. So left elbow to right knee, stretch the opposite leg out. Right elbow to left knee, stretch the other leg out, slow side to side. All right, come on down for a moment of rest. Feet on the floor, deep diaphragmatic breathing, 5 breaths. Let's do one more round. We're going to hug knees to chest, hands behind the back of the head, and cross core. On the last one, I'm going to give you the option to do a static hold. That's pretty strong, so you can see how it feels to you. 2 more each side here. Okay, now right elbow to left knee, straighten out the arm, brace it against that knee, stretch the other arm overhead, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, change side, brace the left elbow to right knee, extend out left arm, left leg, right arm. Get a little twisted here. Back to center, hug the knees to the chest. Awesome. Come on up to bridge, stretch the psoas hip flexors. Clasp the hands under you, press the hips to the sky. All right, bring the hips down. Take your block. We're going to do a supported legs up, supported shoulder stand-ish thing. So I'm going to take block under the sacrum. Bring the legs up to the sky, roll the shoulders back, clasp the hands. The block under the hips is optional. Nice. Oh, I like that mat. Yeah. All right. Getting better. Nice. Beautiful.
Relax, and I'm trying to stay engaged.
Wow. Cute. Okay, you can bring the legs down if you want and take your variation of Shavasana or resting pose. Oh, yeah. Nice work today.
Mhm. Thank you.
You and your 4-pounders. Nice. So coming to rest. This is a key part of the practice. I want you to visualize the calves, the meat of the calves, and try to see them releasing from the bone. Their work is done for now. Allowing that relaxation of the calves. And then the thighs, the thigh muscles, the quads, the hamstrings. Seeing those beautiful, highly functioning muscles just relax away from the bone. And then the buttocks, the muscles around the tailbone, the lower muscles of the core and pelvis, just softening, relaxing away from the bone. And then back muscles, those beautiful lower back muscles support your upright posture all day long. Take a deep breath and allow them to soften. All abdominal muscles. Relaxing, making space for your organs. Chest and shoulder muscles. Upper back muscles melting. You might want to change your arm position to help the melting happen even deeper. When muscles work, they're more ready to let go. Arm muscles, hand muscles, softening. Neck, face, even small muscles in your head, softening. In your eyes, your cheeks, and your ears, in the scalp, softening. Corpse pose. Totally relaxed, fully alert, present. All right, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take our time here. Rolling up to seated position. Feel the strength of your muscles supporting you in good posture. Set this good posture for the rest of your day, rest of your week. Place your hands in front of your heart as a salute and bowing to yourself for showing up. One Om together. Om. Pranam.